Anthony DiClementi with thehealthblueprint.com and your health and fat loss tip of the day. Today's question is, how many grams of carbohydrates should I eat per day in order to maximize fat loss? This is a really common question because there's so much conflicting information out there. Some experts are telling us that in order to burn fat and lose weight, we need to go low carb. Other experts are telling us that in order to get a better body, we need to go low fat. So what's the answer? Well, the truth is, if you look at traditional cultures across the world, there are both examples of people that have traditionally high carb diets and people that have traditionally very high fat diets, and both can boast very low incidence of modern diseases and low body fat. For example, if we look at the Tukasenta people of Papua New Guinea, they get almost 95% of their calories from carbohydrates, mainly starchy tubers. And they have some of the lowest incidence of modern diseases, and they're a very lean people. Then you can also look at the traditional Eskimo tribes, the Inuit cultures, and they get 80 to 90% of their calories from fat. And similarly, they're also very lean and have very low incidence of modern degenerative diseases. So what's the answer? Well, traditionally, carbohydrate intake can range anywhere from less than 50 grams a day for people that are on strict ketogenic diets and individuals with autoimmune conditions, all the way up to 400 grams a day for people that are very active athletes and individuals that have specific body composition goals like bodybuilders that may be preparing for a competition. Where in that range is best for fat loss really depends on a number of different factors, including your genetics, your lifestyle and epigenetic factors, your energy expenditure, your health status, whether or not you have an underlying health issue. But typically what I recommend for most people that it is anywhere between 150 and 200 grams of carbohydrates a day. Now, if you're more sedentary or you're overweight, then you're going to want to really scale that back and follow the first phase of the social life fat loss system and the way I lay that out in the program. And then once you get your weight under control, then you can transition to a more higher carb diet, which we need to maintain happy and healthy hormone levels. Glucose, which is in carbohydrates like you'd find in whole fruits, starchy tubers, rice, potatoes, is necessary for the conversion of T4 to T3, which is our thyroid hormone. And our thyroid is our body's metabolic furnace. So one of the main problems that a lot of people experience with prolonged carbohydrate restriction diets is that they end up suppressing both their thyroid and their body's major fat burning hormone. So it's important to find a balance of achieving your weight loss goals and then eventually transitioning to a diet that includes some of this glucose that we need to not just replenish glycogen stores in our muscle, but also to effectively convert T4 to T3 and make sure that our body and our hormones are staying happy and healthy. So yeah, again, I apologize for not being able to be specific here, but there is no one answer. The amount of carbohydrates that you want to take in per day really depends on your carbohydrate tolerance, your health status, your genetics, and your body weight and your specific individual goals. An important criteria to consider is, how do you feel?
I'm going down the road to